What up, YouTube? This is BT. This is a video response to a good buddy of mine, Tysonnz, aka Ben. Awesome guy on YouTube. I myself have met him in person before. Just a great guy to hang out with. One of the awesome guys here on YouTube. He's holding a contest, but first I'd like to congrats to his New Zealand team on making the World Cup qualifiers. I myself watch this World Cup a lot. I never miss it since it only comes every 4 years. I think back in 2002, I was in China/Japan, where Japan and Korea hosted the World Cup. I was there on the first day when France went against one of the African teams. I was in this restaurant, and they had this huge ass monitor, very huge. They were showing the game. Everyone was into it, and France, I think they were the defending champions back in '98, and they lost in the opening match against Senegal. I forgot who it was, but they lost to one of the African teams, and that was just awesome. Like the atmosphere there. Since China qualified for the World Cup that year, you can see all the people there. Whenever there's a TV in anywhere, either in a shop or I don't know, one of the malls, you can see people gather around and watch a soccer game. It was just awesome. Even though China did not score a single goal in any of their matches, it was quite amazing. Also went to Japan later on, near the semifinals and finals of the World Cup, which Brazil won against Germany. I myself didn't see it live, but I did watch it in my relative's house. So it was truly an awesome experience just to be there. So yeah, so Tysonnz is holding a sub-contest. Just talk about your sporting moments. Well, as you know, I live in Canada, in the west side, Vancouver. We don't really have a major sports team except hockey. Our hockey team. Our only football team is the Canadian Football League, which is in the semi-finals right now for the Grey Cup, if you guys don't know. We don't have a basketball team since the Grizzlies left in '02, I believe, and we do not have a baseball team. So, basically all my sporting memories have been outside of the city, Seattle, I don't know, all over the world. I go to watch the Mariners game every often, once against the Red Sox and once against the Yankees. Basketball game, I've been to Seattle quite a few times, but since Seattle left a couple years ago, the Phoenix Suns, which is Steve Nash's team, Kid Canada, he comes to Vancouver a few times the past 2 or 3 years for a preseason game. So that was an awesome experience to see that team come here and play. So very fortunate of us to see that. So, the first story I would like to tell you about is was a game back in 1999, when it was a second trip to New York. My cousin took me to a Yankees game, and I still had the ticket stub here. It was Yankees versus Indians back in 1999. So, we got the bleacher seat, as you can see, since the seat was all the seats were sold out. Manny was playing in Indians at that time, and we were in a section where there was a lot of hecklers and stuff, so you can hear people heckling names like Manny, Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, all those guys, so Tino Martinez, yeah, all those guys. So it was an awesome experience. I was sitting right near the far right field, near the foul pole line. So that's where I was sitting. Of course I had a glove, and my cousin had a glove too. Back then I was like 16. So the game, of course the Yankees won that day. I think it was 3-1, I forgot. but near probably around 7th or 8th inning or something like that, I was watching the game, right, and all of a sudden, like, a big cheer crowd stand up. I was like, what's going on, right? I thought maybe it was a home run. So I didn't look up. I just looked straight because I couldn't even find the ball. One of the Yankees hit a home run, so the ball was somewhere in the air. So all of a sudden, I was sitting in my bleacher seat. To the right of me, there was no one. So it was like a few empty spaces, right? I heard a plonk. I was like, what the hell? The ball actually hit right to the right of me in the seat, like maybe 1 feet, no, probably like, yeah, 2 feet away from me, like right there, 2 feet, and I had the glove right in my hand, and I didn't even know the ball was there until I heard the sound, and went clunk, boom, 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 and like bounced off under the bleachers, and it rolled, and I'm like, oh crap, it was right here, and if only I paid attention where the ball was hitting, I probably would have gotten that ball, since there was no one to the right of me. And that's a true story. I regret that because that was my first ever baseball game I ever went to, back in 1999. So that was an awesome experience. My cousin was sitting on the left of me, and the ball hit to the right. So I probably would have gotten the ball as a souvenir, but yeah, it was just a great experience in the old Yankee Stadium where the fans are so passionate. And yeah, that's the first story I want to talk to you about. Second story, you probably know, last year I went to the Olympics, volunteer, went to a few sporting events. I still have the tickets. I had a crappy, these were all free since I volunteered, but all the other good sporting events were sold out. I had some free tickets. It was really crappy. It was handball, women's handball. These are all the souvenir tickets left over. Got the women's field hockey, and this women's weightlifting, which China won, which is awesome. Probably show you a couple. This women's weightlifting, which China won, which is awesome. Probably show you a couple of pictures in this video as I talk. One of the awesome experiences I ever went to was this women's beach volleyball. This was a VIP ticket. Women's beach volleyball finals. Women's beach volleyball finals. Where Misty May and who's the other girl? I forgot. It was Misty May and yeah, I forgot. Went against China, who was in the finals as well. Also, that was a gold medal game, and then the bronze medal game was the Brazil against China. So that day, it was pouring all day. The moment I woke up and the moment I went to bed, it was pouring. It was probably one of the worst rainfalls I've ever seen in my whole life. So since it was an outdoor sporting event and an Olympics, they give you this, I'll show you in the pictures. It was just awesome. Basically, like, it was this volleyball stadium. I just watched the match. First match was the Brazil against China, and China won, so they captured the bronze medal. And there's this intermission for like an hour. There's like some shows, some girls in bikinis, which is very, very awesome, and the Olympic mascots playing some games and stuff. But later on, the gold medal game, the two Chinese women against Misty May and I forgot the other name, but anyways, they were playing. It was, I think at the end, I'm not sure it was ended up in 2-0 for USA, but it was a great match. The Chinese put up a good fight, but Misty May and her partner won the gold medal, and just an awesome time. But at that time it was raining all day. I had to hold an umbrella for like hours. It was really hard to see, but I just had a good experience just to watch that. So and then next year, in like 4 months, we have the Olympic here. So I'm very looking forward to that. I'm probably going to go see some events, and that's about it. So why don't you guys give Tyson a sub? Truly an awesome guy. So if you guys have any stories to tell, any sporting stories, make a video response, and